Over the next few months, I'm going to be building this car into something that is ready for the tracks. We've got 5 months to get this car ready for racing. Whoever said this would be easy? Oh, not me. Excitement has occurred because the Tomcat pallet has finally arrived, but the main thing is now we can really make some headway with this project. Now this has brought into sharp focus how little time I actually have for this project. I want, by the end of this episode, for this to be on a trailer and go into the powder coating place. Right then, we've made it, and basically that was 4.5 weeks of very hard work and a lot of late nights, not just from me but from an awful lot of people. And whatever state the car is in, it better be ready, because in case you can't tell from what I'm wearing, the race is today. So we arrived on Friday to camp, and it's now Monday. So over this weekend we've been doing like last bits of finishing off, you know, doing a bit of tinkering, just pootling around the campsite. Quite a few issues with the gearbox that we've had. Most of them are sorted out, hopefully, but we'll only really see whether they're sorted once we start kicking its head in today. So that is one concern I have, the gearbox. Another concern I have is that I haven't actually driven it over 20 miles an hour yet. I've kind of driven it onto the trailer and off the trailer and then tinkered around the campsite, and that's about as fast as it's gone so far. So in terms of testing, that is at 0%. Another concern I have is that the cooling system might not be just right. It's by far and away different to any of the conversions we do. You know, not least that we have coolant kits for the conversions. You know, this one, we don't have any heater pipes. There isn't actually an expansion tank. We're using the radiator as an expansion tank because it's got a pressure cap. So just, yeah, a little bit concerned about that. I've not actually seen the bottom holes warm yet, which means it might just be circulating around the top holes, leak off, and the top holes, just that way. Obviously, if it's doing that, then it's just going to get hotter and hotter, because the water will never get to the radiator, and that will be badness. So we'll have to see how that goes. Might have to put some restrictors in it today just to get the water flowing where we want to. The final concern I have is that nobody in the history of ever, regardless of whether it's taken them 4.5 weeks to build or not, has built a car of this type that's worked perfectly straight out of the workshop. Everything working perfectly straight out of the workshop. I wager that's never been done. And basically what we're expecting to do after a build of just 4.5 weeks is to come off the surgery table and go and play rugby. So we're not expecting great things today. But basically my job is to keep it on its 4 wheels. So let's see how we go. We'd already been scrutineered and passed with flying colours. A couple of tiny bits to change before the next race, but nothing major, and nothing that's going to prevent us from starting the race today. At this point, it's probably a good idea for me to introduce you to our co-driver. Our co-driver is making her racing debut. She has no experience, no training, she hasn't even sat in a vehicle with a roll cage before. Please give a warm welcome to the bravest passenger I've ever had, my fiancée Anna.
Hello.
Hello.
So, right, is it shoulders first?
No, just wrap everything round you first.
And the first job was to teach her how to put a 6-point harness on.
Okay.
Get it in the right place.
these straps come over the top of the hands?
Yeah.
And then dispense the extensive motorsport health and safety briefing.
If we do go over, put your hands like this. Don't put your hands out.
Yeah. And don't grab the cage.
Don't grab the cage.
As we line up for our first lap, I may as well tell you about how the racing works. Now, if you don't know already, the racing that we're doing here is timed, not head-to-head. And in order to make the day run as smoothly as possible, vehicles and drivers are seeded based on past performance. There's 3 categories for seeding: green, orange and red. So I asked to be placed in the green seeding so that we could take it easy on the first few laps, just so we could test the car out before giving it some pain later in the day.
Oh. My heart is racing. How you feeling?
Good.
Good? Calm?
Steady away.
Yes. We don't need to go a million miles an hour for this first lap.
No.
We just want to get back in one piece, really.
And so, with a very excited co-driver, we took our place on the start line.
Oh my gosh. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Send it. Go. You sort of go right down the bottom. There's a left here. Yeah. And then you went straight up this left rack. And then straight over. After
the initial excitement of the lap wore away, we started to try and find the flaws in the car.
Oh, it's nowhere near set up correctly on these shocks.
No,
absolutely nowhere near.
Apart from the shock absorbers, I also found that the gearbox really wasn't set up correctly.
Gearbox is not listening to me.
Not. Are you going right
He needs
now?
to listen to me.
Well done! Yay!
Oh,
Oh,
that gearbox needs to listen.
yeah. Woo. Oh, well done, darling.
It was alright, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good fun.
Could push it a bit harder on the next one.
Yeah. Are you happy with it though?
Yeah, it's
Overall?
well, it's not overheating.
No.
Bottom hose has got warm, which is good.
Good.
We'll just check the water level. That's the key thing.
Right, I've just finished the first lap. And my God, what a machine we've built. It's quite a serious thing. I mean, we were taking it quite steady. I didn't want to break anything on the first one. I'm just heading down to have a watch of the other cars, see how they get on. But yeah, what a machine. I mean, there's still some tweaks we need to do, like the shocks. They are nowhere near hard enough. I mean, you were constantly just hitting the bump stops. Just every bump we come to, it just hitting the bump stops. So I'm going to turn them up a little bit, see how we go. Only by a few notches. They're quite adjustable in quite a few different ways, none of which I understand. So I'm just going to turn them up and see where we get to. The second thing is the gearbox. That's really our main problem at the minute, because I mean the sequential shifter works, so it'll change gear with us, but it seems to be changing gear for us as well, which means it's kind of in an auto sort of manual mode, which I don't really like. I'd rather it changed all the gears or didn't change any of the gears and I had to do it all. I'd rather I do it all, to be honest. Sometimes when you're going over bumps and doing all that and your foot's waggling about on the throttle pedal, it thinks you want to kick down. So you're going over all these bumps and wanting to go faster and pull another gear, and it goes second, and that's, you know, really not what we're aiming for. So the guys are having a look at that now. I'm just going to hopefully on the next lap it'll be a bit more sort of me doing all the gears, and we'll be able to pull gears through the bumps rather than sort of waiting for the gearbox to do what it's going to do.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Go, go, go.
almost immediately on this lap we were still having gearbox issues.
See, it changed then, but
Yeah.
didn't change for me then.
Alright, okay. Go. Right, send it. Go. Let the shocks work. Go.
Yeah, this is better.
Yeah. Nice. Go. Left.
On the second lap we pushed a bit harder and found that even with the shock absorber changes we'd done,
Oh, Jesus Christ! Sorry! The box flew off my hand. Yeah, keep going.
we were still hitting the bump stops.
Oops!
Yeah, very fucking bumpy, Mike. Ah! Well, you know that.
Oh,
There's some.
that was the bump stops.
Wait, keep it going. What's that? Yeah. Right, go. Nice.
But once we'd finished that lap, we discovered it wasn't actually the bump stops we were hitting.
6:28.
6:28. That was good.
Yeah.
The shocks are working now.
Good.
Now you know what I've just noticed down here? The Watts linkage is contacting the chassis. There. Just there. Come on, do a focus. Yeah, just there. It's contacting the chassis up here. So I think the bump stop is doing what it's supposed to, but it's also contacting the chassis. And I built this support on that night, just before it went for powder coating. I built these supports and obviously didn't factor in how much the Watts linkage was going to come up. So that needs cutting out like that, you know, just around where the Watts linkage would come up, as well as getting smaller bump stops, because there's no reason for me to have bump stops that size. We managed to take 2 minutes and 1 second off the lap time, and yeah, that's pretty good, I think. We found out that the suspension is pretty much our limiting factor. It all needs setting up just that little bit differently. There's not enough upwards travel on the back, and I don't think there's not enough downwards travel on the front of the car. So I mean, there's not much we can do about that now. But on the first lap we got like, what was it, 8 minutes something, just taking it dead easy, and I thought, oh, the shocks are just really stiff, we need to soften them off. And then when you start giving it a bit more, the shocks actually start working and doing the job. At this point the pit crew returned from spectating and said, well, why can't we do anything about the suspension now? So whilst the rest of the competitors set about completing their laps, I started grinding out the chassis where the Watts linkage was hitting, and also chopping the bump stops in half. And in the afternoon, with the new and improved chassis modifications and a bit more tweaking with the gearbox, things really started to come together.
Still, he's so slippy.
We even had a guest co-driver, Gracie, in the cab later in the day. And it was on Gracie's lap that we managed to do an under 6 minute lap time.
5:59. High five!
Yes, well done.
Oh,
Wow.
Right, we've just done our lap 4, which is our penultimate lap. We're only doing 5 laps today because we've had quite a few issues throughout the day. First event of the season, everyone's sort of getting to know their cars, and there's been quite a few retired. Hopefully we don't retire in the last lap. But anyway, yeah, I really think we're really starting to sort of gel with the car, understand the car, and we've just done our first under 6 minute lap, which I think is really good. Yeah, it's just a case of me like trusting the car now, you know, and learning its limits. There's a bit over the back of the site which I'm actually on the way to now. Just go and see how everybody else does it, basically. I'm pretty sure everyone else just keeps their foot in it as they drop onto the tarmac, and yeah, I just don't. I don't know what the car will do, etc, etc, so that is just learning the car. But yeah, everyone's just keeping their foot in, and I don't, and I think that's where we're losing a lot of time. So I'm going to head over there now and just have a look, see what people are doing, and then we've got our final lap. That's exciting. Nearly finished the first race. That's an achievement in itself. Right, I'll see you later. It was now time to get suited and booted for the final lap, and I don't want to sound like I wanted to break the car, but the final lap is the time to give it everything.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, floor it, go, 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 go.
Oh, that's slippy.
Hard right, take the right hand side, remember. Go, 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 go. Well done, sweetie.
What was that? 5:49.
Woohoo!
So that's another 10 seconds. Great. Let's go and have a look.
Right then, we have finished our final lap of this event, our first ever event of LTM racing. I wanted to take the opportunity to do some, to say thanks to a lot of people. First of all, for Staffs and Shots for setting up this this brilliant event. We're actually signed up to the championship for Staffs and Shots, so we'll be at every event, bar one, I think. But every other one will be there, so we're excited to do the racing with them. Second of all, we need to thank our sponsors, House of Torque. The car runs basically on all of House of Torque's products, adapters, CanTCU, whatever else, so yeah, thanks very much to them. I actually had to pull some favours with them towards the end of the project because yeah, obviously we were rushing and I didn't have quite a lot of key components, but they got us sorted out, so thank you very much for that. Second of all, we need to thank our other sponsor, Flatcap Engineering. Flatcap did all of our wiring in the car. They made bespoke engine loom and all that. We don't use any standalone wiring looms because, well, we don't need half of the stuff in the standalone wiring looms in this car. But yeah, they built us a bespoke one, and they also set up all the PDM to run all the electronics in the car, and they also set up all the ECU master dash and everything. That stuff's beyond me, so leave it to them. Did a fantastic job. All seemed to work, and they were here today actually when the gearbox was not working so well. They got us sorted out, so yeah, thanks very much to them. And the final thanks, I suppose, needs to go to all of the helpers who have just helped us do the project, whether you've morally helped me or physically come to the workshop and actually helped us do the build. Could not have done it without you guys, so you guys know who you are, and you basically put in a lot of time and a lot of effort to watch me drive around track, so yeah, thank you very much to them guys. I mean, obviously I'm blown away that we've managed to build this car in such a short amount of time, come to this event and actually finish, let alone get a trophy. I know it wasn't for the fastest Tomcat, but we did get second in class and 23rd overall, which I think is a mighty achievement. And I mean, it was never going to be the fastest Tomcat on its first time out. I don't think anybody really expected that that to happen. But I think we've impressed quite a few people today based on 4.5 weeks worth of a build, and actually finished. So that's great. But we do have now a list of things to go back to the workshop with and you know, do tweaks to hopefully make us faster. I mean, we've got our benchmark now, so it's it can only go upwards from here. So I guess we'll see you next time for more racing action. Goodbye.
It's all being filmed now, like, you know.
It will be next time.